Shalom. I would like to give all honor, glory, and praises to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, Rakakwadash. I would like to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to all you sincere Akim, pushing this word across the four corners of the world. And just a real quick lesson through the Spirit. I was watching this YouTube video that was uploaded by ABC News, and the title says, Elon Musk joins Trump in Oval Office to defend government overhaul. And this satanic weirdo, this made-up character by the name of Elon Musk that was set up by the wicked elites. And as you should know, he has an agency within the White House that's called Doge Team Lead. And it's defined within Executive Order 14158 as of January the 20th of this year. And this Doge Team Lead's mission is to establish and implement the President's Department of Government Efficiency, which is why it's called Doge. But while I was watching this video, I'm going to stop and play it from time to time and make certain talking points through the Spirit. You're really going to see how distasteful and tacky this Edomite rulership really is. Like, here you are, and you're supposed to be within the stead as the voice or the voices of America. And while Elon Musk was trying to answer these questions from the reporters, like, his responses were very incoherent. And so much so, even the comments within the same video stating the same thing. How people calling this a joke, an effing clown show. However, this is your unwise king that's into rulership, this Edomite supremacy. And let's get right quick, Isaiah 3:12 within the NLT, childish leaders oppress my people. And the ultimate childish leaders are referring to these Edomites, who are the so-called Caucasian race within today's time. And my people are referring to you biblical Israelites. And a lot of you hard-headed, rebellious Israelites had a major role for your so-called president, Donald Trump, to be within this presidential seat. And as you should know by now, presidents are selected, not elected. And they're selected by the higher ups, who are considered as the hosts of the high ones, who are really pulling the strings within this matrix that was given unto them by the authority of YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHWASHI. So again, childish leaders oppress my people. And let's back it up right quick within the book of Job 30:1. But now they, referring to these Edomites, that are younger than I have me in derision. And that younger goes into insignificant. As it's stated within Ecclesiastes, the 10th chapter and the 7th verse, how I have seen slaves on horseback, which are referring to these biblical Edomites who are in their power seat of rulership, and I have seen princes walking. And that's referring to you biblical Israelites, roughly paraphrasing within the NIV version. So, but now they that are younger than I have me in derision, whose fathers I will have disdained to have set with the dogs of my flock. Let's jump down to verse 8. They were children of fools, yes, children of base men. They were viler than the earth. And these Edomites are very low-hanging fruit. But this is a part of the condition of the battle of us as the hopeful elect or the future rulers within the next kingdom to come, to experience the negative, which is witnessing this Edomite global supremacy. And this vibration is like a cancer throughout the whole earth, because anything that Esau touches, promotes, advocates, it's all about left-handed means, which is why it's stated within the book of Psalm, I have seen the wicked spread as a bay tree. And that's because anything or anybody that these Edomites touch, it will become morally corrupted or defiled. So again, this is a part of our condition of the battle to have to experience this wickedness and just patiently wait for a better promise, which is ultimately YAHAWASHI. So I'm going to let this video play and stop it from time to time to make certain talking points.
Now to that remarkable scene at the White House just a short time ago, Elon Musk standing in the Oval Office, President Trump sitting behind the Resolute desk, and it was Elon Musk who held court for more than a half an hour how Musk describes what it is the Trump White House is doing, defending his access to at least 15 government agencies and counting. Elon Musk was asked if he's being transparent, if he's policing himself, and if there's a conflict of interest given Musk's own company has contracts with the Pentagon. Our Rachel Scott asking many of the questions.
Tonight, an extraordinary scene playing out in the Oval Office. President Trump sitting at the Resolute desk, and standing next to him, Elon Musk and his young son, holding court for roughly a half an hour.
Your detractors, Mr. Musk,
I have to what?
including a lot of Democrats.
I have detractors?
You do, sir.
I don't believe it.
Say that you're orchestrating a hostile takeover of government and doing it in a non-transparent way. What's your response to that criticism?
Well, first of all, you couldn't ask for a stronger mandate from the public. The public voted, we have a majority of the public voting for President Trump. We've won the House, we won the Senate. The people voted for major government reform. And a lot of times that, people that don't get what they voted for, but in this presidency, they are going to get what they voted for. And that's what democracy is all about.
Musk, the world's richest man with billions of dollars in federal contracts, has been given enormous power. His Department of Government Efficiency.
We actually are trying to be as transparent as possible. In fact, we post our actions to the Doge handle on X and to the Doge website. So all of our actions are maximally transparent. In fact, I don't think there's been, I don't know of a case where an organization has been more transparent than the Doge organization. So, and the kind of things we're doing are, I think, very, very simple and basic. These are not individual judgment decisions. These are about simply having sensible checks and balances in the system itself to ensure that taxpayer money is spent well. So it's got nothing to do with, like, say, a contract for some company of mine at all.
But if there is a conflict of interest when it comes to you yourself, for instance, you've received billions of dollars in federal contracts when it comes to the Pentagon, for instance, which the president, I know, has directed you to look into.
Yeah.
Are you policing yourself in that? Is there any sort of accountability check and balance in place that would provide any transparency for the American people?
Well, all of our actions are fully public. So if you see anything, you say, like, wait a second, hey, Elon, that seems like maybe that's, there's a conflict there. It's not like people are going to be shy about saying that. They'll say it immediately.
Including you yourself.
Yes. But transparency is what builds trust, not simply somebody asserting trust. So not somebody saying they're trustworthy, but transparency, so you can see everything that's going on. And then you can see, am I doing something that benefits one of my companies or not? It's totally obvious.
And we thought that we would not let him do that segment or look in that area if we thought there was a lack of transparency or a conflict of interest.
But I followed up.
If you have received billions of dollars in contracts from the Pentagon, and the president's directing you to look into the Department of Defense, is that a conflict of interest?
Yes, we definitely need to do and are going to do at the president's request.
Does that present a conflict of interest for you?
Yeah, like, look at this, man. Like, here you are supposed to be, again, like, one of the top voices of America, especially within these dire times for these Americans that are totally hopeless and helpless and looking forward to a comeback. And he's carrying his kid around, like, in the Oval Office, answering questions concerning government affairs or business, where a child shouldn't be in this type of setting. And you do not see this type of folly going on with these other countries' leaders, like answering questions and taking care of important matters while your child on top of your back, like you're at home or something. Like, so much folly going on within America. And this Edomite rulership is really likened unto a Simpson Family Guy type of vibe. Just totally childish, distasteful, tacky. And even much so, you have a lot of comments stating the same thing. Right here, like, this is insane. I saw earlier calling him an effing clown. This is the stupidest timeline. Hit the reset button. The two biggest mistakes of the United States of America, Trump and his wife Musk, And this is a good point right here. This is such a parody of real life. Again, like a Simpsons, Family Guy type of vibe going on here within America under this Edomite supremacy. But hey, this biblical prophecy coming to fruition within these end times. And that's why it's stated right here within Habakkuk, the 2nd chapter and the 16th verse, thou art filled with shame for glory, drink thou also, and let thy foreskin be uncovered. The cup of the Lord YAHAWAH's right hand, referring to YAHAWASHI, shall be turned unto thee, and shameful spewing shall be on thy glory. And this video right here, just a small example of that shameful spewing upon you Edomites' legacies. And that's music in my ears through the Spirit, how this is the last rule of the heathen, which are you Edomites. No more type of folly, rebellion, childish and tacky behavior like this.
No, because you'd have to look at the individual contract and say, first of all, I'm not the one, filing the contract. It's people at SpaceX.
Musk and Trump have complained several of their plans are stalled in the courts, raising concerns the administration may defy a judge's orders.
So just imagine how these other nations' leaders are looking at the leadership of you American Edomites. Like you all are ripe for the taking. And check this out right here. This just looks wrong. Like anything with these Edomites sitting into this power seat of rulership or governance or supremacy, it's definitely going to be wrong for the welfare of the world. Because according to Ecclesiasticus, the 10th chapter within Apocrypha, it mentions how an unwise king destroyed his people. And that unwise king is definitely referring to you biblical Edomites. And as you can see right here, these are two biblical Edomites that are totally in tandem of ruining these American people's minds, which explains why so many people are uploading videos right now in this day of time on social media and complaining and griping about the injustices, the lying, the stealing, the cheating of the current rulership on this planet Earth, which happens to be you Edomites. And that's because when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. And more people are in that spirit of despair, anxiety, high levels of stress and depression, and just in a total state of uncertainty. But very soon, the multitude of the wise, which is beginning with our Lord and Savior, YAHAWASHI, trickling on down to his government body, which are referring to the elect men of the nation of Israel. So the multitude of the wise will be the welfare of the world, the people. So I just wanted to touch on this through the Spirit. And as you can see through the Spirit, this American empire is only going to decline from here. So I'll provide this out with that. Hopefully you all was edified, you all stay strong, keep pushing forward. Shalom.